Mike, can you bring out the special guest?
Oh, a black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh.
Do we have to kiss your boots?
You into that type of thing?
What?
Are you into that type of thing?
No, I don't like it when white people kiss your boots.
No, come over
It's
here.
my least favorite thing about you.
Yeah, scoot over.
Oh my gosh.
Scoot over. Scoot where?
Because you guys are gonna have.
Are
to
you aware
talk
of
to the same
physics?
mic.
God, what is this?
There's a wall here, brother.
Yeah, there's a wall right there.
It's okay. You'll just be real.
Maybe work this
Yeah.
out in advance before you
Well,
bring
this is the whole point, and now it's a mess.
Don't worry, the black
We,
guy can
we should, if we move the whole table down.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be willing to eat the Burger King? Because they didn't want to. So you have like
He's
4.
kosher. He's an Israelite.
Israelite.
He's a kosher. He's
Oh,
kosher.
you eat kosher?
Yeah, he's an Israelite. He's kosher.
I'm an Israelite, right? But y'all don't eat cheeseburgers, right?
Ooh, Israelites.
So y'all think the cheese that made that meat
No,
is the same person?
we don't read that word literally. Okay.
Y'all don't
Oh,
eat
you're
cheese.
picking and choosing. I thought we're going by the book.
No, we
Y'all don't agree on your kosher?
our Torah has written and oral Torahs.
Hands rubbing
Make sure to
You
talk here.
won't understand what is the
Just lean
name.
in.
Just lean in.
Wake up in the morning. Do you guys like that Desmond Decker song? Is that
I
you?
don't even know who that is.
Israelites. Mhm.
Nah, I don't know who that is.
Oh.
What's your name again?
Gavin McInnes.
Oh, you
I
were
started
the
the Proud
Pride
Boys,
Boys.
yeah.
The Proud.
Proud. Pride's
sure
the
it's
gays.
Pride? But you said it's gays in the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
So the next
Tons.
Pride too. So it's the LBGTQP.
Hey, you guys are obsessed with gay as an insult. That
No,
doesn't
you
mean
said
anything
it
to
though. I'm just saying you said it.
me. Yeah.
And I only said it because when I said pride, you said no, it's proud. The pride.
Well, we're
is
talking about the
gays.
name of the club. It's Proud Boys. And yes,
Proud and
there are
Pride is
gays,
the same.
blacks. There's no Hebrew
There's gays?
Israelites,
The
there's
Proud
gays in
Boys?
the Proud
but there's
Boys.
Jews.
So
Gays isn't something that's on my radar.
So let me ask you a question though. So if 2 gay Proud Boy members
Uh-huh.
decided to have sex with each other, be married, that would be okay in the Proud Boys?
It's happened.
So y'all be out in the woods sleeping with each other?
See, that's the jump. I think being obsessed with gays is kind
I'm
of
not
gay.
obsessed with it. It just
No, remember
shocked me
with the
because-
Catholic Covenant
because
boys,
most
and you were like,
Republicans-
priest raped you. You're gonna suck a dick to that. You're a gay. You're a gay.
Hey, who said that?
You guys said that in D.C. during that Covenant Catholic school.
I don't
thing.
know.
You set that whole thing
I don't know
off.
if that was my Israelites, because we're not all together. So I don't know if
Some
that
are more moderate.
Oh,
The New York
Yeah.
chapter seems to be focused on having white people kiss their boots.
No, actually, we're probably the least because I'm in New York. So Texas, we call it the boot kiss capital. White people can't get.
Oh,
in.
I always see it in Brooklyn. I see you in the videos too.
No, I don't be in most of the videos. That'd be Texas. White people love.
I
to just
recognize
get on their
downtown
knees.
Brooklyn when I see
White
it.
people love. to
Yeah,
get on their
you're
knees.
right, and I hate it.
What you gonna do about it?
Well, if I was there, I'd fucking grab them. I'm gonna bitch about it. Is
You
what
know
I'm
we
gonna
don't
do.
make them do it though, right?
Yeah, that's what makes me even more angry.
They be in there. Some people are sorry for what America did to black people.
You mean free the slaves? I'm not sorry about freeing the slaves.
It's a history lecture.
No, before
Now you get to
to
listen.
freeing the slaves. What the fact that we were.
Oh, when I was Britain and I ended slavery globally and went to Africa and said stop.
When you think about it, y'all
Nothing. We went $1 trillion into debt ending slavery.
Y'all
You're
still
welcome.
like that.
No, Britain finally paid it off like 3 years
I'm
ago.
talking about America as a whole.
Yeah, but we're talking about slavery. Britain ended slavery. The West didn't start slavery. You did. The West
did we
ended
start
it.
it? When you say
Blacks, Arabs, they are the ones who created slavery.
all
Africa
people-
created slavery.
I'm glad-
I ended it. Welcome.
But everybody that lived on the continent of Africa are not the same people.
Whoa.
Because you said we started slavery.
Well, you like to be black power when it's good stuff, but
I'm
you
not
don't
really black
you
power,
don't
though.
claim responsibility when it's bad stuff.
No, that's not true.
You can't have black unity and then absolve yourself
Well,
from
we're
slavery.
not really black unity because with us, we're blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. So we're not just about black people. Like Mexicans, my brother.
I saw a
Puerto
white guy
Ricans,
in one of your things.
Dominicans. It's also not melanated based. It's like whatever your father is. That's what
Okay.
you're- So y'all created colorism. So when you say,
But
y'all-
that makes it real easy to sneak in.
No, not really, because we'll find.
What if you
out
just lie
if
about your
what's-
father?
Well, anybody can lie.
So what
You
if
see
I
that
say
from the
my
white
father
man
is
every day.
black? I can
Blacks have
start
been
acting
slavery,
like this?
whites ended it. I
Y'all
think
been-
Juneteenth
y'all
is a
mimic
celebration
black
of white
people all day.
culture.
Jewish people, they mimic us the best.
No, you mimic us.
You mean the Beastie Boys?
No,
We're
y'all-
the, re-
it's
we're the real
impossible.
Jews. We're the
Listen,
real
how
ones,
is
bro.
that possible?
We're the real
How
ones.
is that possible?
Because it's possible.
How?
We keep the Torah. You keep the Torah?
The Torah doesn't
Where
make
your
you.
sit sit? Where's your
keeping the
tzitzit, bro?
Torah doesn't
Where's your
make you.
tzitzit?
We have a tradition of 3,300
But
years.
keeping the
You
Torah
just came
doesn't
in this
make you one.
generation and you claim you are the real
That's a
Jews,
lie.
the real Hebrews.
So
What
when
kind of
Solomon said
tradition you
he's
have?
black,
You have
I'm asking you a
3,300
question.
years of
Let me just ask you a question. When Solomon said he's black, what did that mean?
Who?
Solomon.
where does it say it's
Song
black?
of Solomon 1:5. I am black
It's the
but
small
comely.
lizard, the salamander.
In Exodus, when Moses put his hand in his bosom and then he took it out and it was white. When he put it back in, it was like the rest of his body. What was the color of his body?
First of all, you have
I
black.
thought y'all knew Torah.
He's tan,
First
You
of
said
all,
he was tan?
first of all, first of all, there's black Jews from Ethiopia in Israel. It's
I'm not
plenty of
talking
them.
about Ethiopia. When you say that we're copying,
Ethiopians
but
are
when you
black
say
Jews.
you say that we're copying, but then
What does
now
it
you're
matter what
admitting
color-
that
wait,
there's
what does it
black
matter what
Jews.
color Moses
The race.
How can you have
What
black
race
and white
has
Jews?
race doesn't have to do anything with religion. There are
Well, you
Jews.
just brought up
There are
race.
Jews from all nationalities and all races.
How? Break it down.
They're Jews. They're Yemenite Jews. They were very, very black when they came to Israel 100
How do
years
y'all
ago.
treat the Ethiopians?
Very nice.
That's
I
okay.
have a lot of students
The
that are
Israelites that came over there from Chicago in Dimona, how do y'all treat them?
Oh, I have plenty of. I actually gave them a lecture in Dimona.
No, how do
No, he's talking about
Israel
the black
treat them?
Treat them fantastic.
No,
That's
he's talking
cat.
about the
They
black.
love. I know.
I've been there.
They love Israel.
I've been-
They love Israel.
I've visited
Nobody
Israel.
forced them to stay in Israel.
I just don't.
They love it.
I was in
I
Ashkelon.
know.
I went to where Sodom and Gomorrah.
He was in
at.
Ashkelon and shit, yo.
Yeah, I was in. Shut up, man.
Him
I
with
went to the Dead Sea.
know that.
I went over there.
What?
Telerad.
He
where
just
they
said
say King David is buried, which I think that's
He said, I was in
diabolical. Only a
Ashkelon
white
and
man
shit.
would keep David as a tourist attraction, but
Buddy, you
they're
think you
lying
caught
about it,
me?
'cause I bet if we lifted up the
Jewish.
coffin, David's not in the coffin. They're just telling you that that's David.
What are you doing?
But yeah, I visited Israel.
So these are not real Jews.
No, they're impossible.
Oh, yeah?
Do you light fire on the Sabbath?
motherfucking pig, I eat his police.
When you say light fire on the Sabbath, can we turn the heat on the Sabbath?
Well, we're not turning
or
the
do we
heat on
gotta
the
freeze?
Sabbath.
Do we
Before
freeze
Shabbat.
on
No,
the Sabbath?
before Shabbat.
No,
turn
we put it with
So why you
the
ask me such a
timer. We don't
stupid-
touch
why
it
you
on the
asking me
Sabbath.
such a stupid
Do
question?
you light the fire on the Sabbath? I ask
If
you.
it's cold and that fire goes out, the fire.
But it's written in the book of God, which you're not denying.
Exodus
It's the book
34
of God.
chapter.
You should not create any
You
fire
should not
on
kindle
a Sabbath.
fire. Who now? You
So-
know what it means.
And
to
you know
kindle a
what's the
fire?
punishment for that?
Wait, hold on, wait.
for
let's
for
walk
lighting
it.
fire
You would
on
be
the
returned
Sabbath?
as an apple.
Do you know what it means
Yeah.
to kindle a fire? Break that
Light
down.
a
Kindle a fire. No, don't say light.
לא
It says
תבערו
kids when
אש
you
בכל
read about a fire in a
מקום.
digital
If I take
book.
match,
Say
If I
again?
take a lighter
read about a
and
fire
flick
in a
that lighter, I
No.
didn't kindle a fire.
You don't.
But
Bro,
to kindle a fire, the work
I
that
have
it
the
took
best.
to kindle a
Okay,
fire
I'll
is
prove
different.
where the.
You
Well,
want
I-
to teach
I-
us how to speak
I would
Hebrew?
absolutely teach you.
Teach us
But
how
no,
to
no,
speak
I'm
Hebrew?
not a Hebrew expert. I
All
wouldn't
right, so
profess
here
to
you
be
go.
a Hebrew
Oh,
So
you
it
don't know how to
said,
read Hebrew?
so it
I
said,
can read
the
it.
so it said,
Yeah, I
say,
can
Lord,
read it.
hey,
But
Lord,
speaking,
listen, I will tell it to you what it say. לא תבערו אש בכל מושבותיכם
Right.
ביום השבת. Do not
kindle,
light
no,
any
kindle.
fire in every place you
Right.
live on the Sabbath. That's
Right.
the covenant with God.
Right.
We're not allowed to desecrate
So
the
y'all don't
Sabbath.
cut the heat on the
And by
Sabbath.
the way, you should know that even
Leave it on before.
even a Jew that is not
So
black,
why are we having this conversation?
even a
about
Jew that
heat
is
on the-
even a Jew that is not black,
You're not truly Jewish.
and it was a absolutely is
That
not.
don't even make sense.
There's nothing
I'm
to
not
do with
Jewish
Judaism.
either.
No,
according to
none of y'all are Jews.
Did you convert?
Yeah.
Your mother is Jewish.
Pounded.
You're born to a Jewish
See,
mother.
I'm glad you said that. In the Bible, are you an Israelite by your mother or father?
By the mother,
Where?
because you cannot.
Where in the Torah?
Listen,
Where?
you cannot prove who the father of the
Where
baby
in the
is.
Torah? That ain't what I
Right.
asked you. Remember,
Yeah,
We have an
it's
oral
12.
Torah.
It's 12 tribes of Israel, right?
yeah.
I now
Wait,
understand
let's
the
just
concern.
walk-
You cannot
Let's
prove
just
who
walk-
the father is. So
Wait, no,
therefore,
wait,
it's
wait,
not
let's just walk
possible
this-
that millions
Yeah,
of
let's just
people
walk-
who do
let's
not
just
know
walk-
who the
let's just walk
father
it-
is.
No, no.
Is this a concern giving them gold that they'll
Hold
make
up.
shit like that? Because now I actually agree with you.
He's not an
Wait,
idol.
wait, hold up.
No, now we're
Let's
on the
walk
same
this
page.
dog. There's 12 tribes of Israel, right?
Yes,
All men, right?
yes.
Dinah was a daughter of Joseph,
The
Jacob,
time
rather.
before the Torah was given, it went by the father. After the
What?
Torah was given, it
The
goes by
Torah
the mother.
was no where?
Yes.
Where?
Yeah. Do you know what the oral Torah is?
Where?
Torah Shabbat Peh?
Where?
You know what Torah
I'm
Shabbat Peh
asking you,
is?
show me in the Torah
We
Yeah.
where you ever went by the mother.
Okay, the
It's-
case of the Israelite. You remember the Israelite that got
You
stuck?
gotta just tell me
No,
what
you're
you're
getting
reading.
confused.
I'm not confused
You're
at all.
going by the father only.
That's
if
what
you-
the Bible goes
If you're
by.
Kohen or Levi,
No,
which
no,
tribes you
no.
belong to goes by the father. but the religion can never go by the father because there are millions of people.
Well,
There's no way to prove who the
I want
father is.
I want everybody to pay
Remember,
attention.
DNA
So
is
how do you,
something
if
new.
you can't determine
They didn't
who
have
the father
DNA
is,
3,000
how
years.
could you determine who the mother is?
Oh,
Because you see where the baby comes from. You cannot deny it. You
But
cannot
do
deny it.
realize- But you do
What kind of a
realize
question
scientific-
is that? You
I'ma
can
tell
see
you
who
why.
the mother is. Nobody can hide that.
I'm gonna tell you.
But you never know who
I'ma
the
tell
father
you why.
is.
I'ma
You know,
tell you
there's
why.
no way to prove who the father is.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why I say that. If a child is born, right, whether it's a boy or a girl, it comes from a father and a mother. So if you're saying you can't determine who the father is, how could you even determine who the daughter is? So you just made that up as a religion of Judaism.
You cannot determine who the daughter. You see
listen
where
what
the
I'm saying.
daughter
You see
was
where it
born.
comes out from.
You
But the
see-
sperm comes from a man.
Yeah, you don't know.
The man determines the gender. The
It's
placenta
not
comes
relevant.
from the
I'm
man.
sorry, it's not relevant to what
It
we
is
say.
relevant.
It's
Here's
only
why it's
you
not relevant.
can
No, no,
only
wait,
see
wait,
who
how
is
could-
born
here's-
from what mother. What
Wait, hold
difference
on.
does it make if
I'ma
it's a
tell
boy
you
or a
why.
girl?
So I'll tell you why. For you people, it's like that. From a religion, no, it's not. From a religion of Judaism,
They probably believe
y'all
just
came
about
up with the
same
custom
stuff.
of coming from your mother. But in the Bible, it's by your father. That's why it's 12 tribes of Israel by the man.
Okay, can
Move
you,
on.
if you're the people of the book, and you speak,
I don't
can you-
answer
can
white
you
man
read this?
challenges
Can
like
you
that.
read this?
I don't have
Read
to
one
answer.
line in the Bible. Read
I don't
it. Go.
answer white man
You said you could
challenges.
read.
I
He
don't
doesn't do
answer
white man
It
challenges.
says, who put the
They
bump
don't
in the
even know
bump
how to read the original
Who put the
language of
dram in
God,
the
what they
Ramalama
claim
Ding
they are,
Dong?
the Jews.
He probably doesn't even know how to read English.
Can you show me in the Torah where you are an Israelite by your mother? I'm waiting.
I can also claim that I'm Elon Musk, but I'm not.
Can you show me
Claim
in the
whatever you
Torah?
want.
Well, why, but you're
All
running
right,
from the question.
we'll go with your claim.
No, the Talmud is where they
No.
show me in the Torah where you are an Israelite by the
Can I
mother.
give you a case or no? So let me give you an example.
It's written, Ki
When
Asir bin
Joseph went
Chama
to
Acharai.
Egypt, when Joseph went to Egypt, right? He married an Egyptian
Did I
woman.
just-
Wait.
Did I-
That was before the Torah was
You
given.
just said
The
that.
Torah
Joseph
was
in
always
Egypt
there.
Joseph in Egypt was before the Torah was given
Ephraim
to
and
the Jews.
Manasseh, they're not Israelites by the mother.
Who do you who?
I don't know what that. Ephraim, y'all know who Ephraim and Manasseh is?
No.
No, Ephraim and
But y'all know
Menashe.
the Torah?
No,
Listen,
in English.
you're teaching us the original language. You don't even know how to speak.
So y'all don't even know Ephraim and Manasseh is?
no, it's
No,
Their mother.
it's a
Were
fry.
they Israelites
It's
by their father or Israelites by their mother?
First of all, let me
Can you
correct
answer
you.
the question?
Let me
No,
correct you.
don't spin.
It's
Don't
Ephraim
spin.
and Menashe.
Oh, my bad.
You
Were they
understand?
Israelites by their
All
mother
right.
or Israelites?
Ephraim and
Yeah.
Menashe.
This
Now,
is my business.
now,
This is
now-
a business phone.
now-
This is
I
my
ain't doing
personal
no
phone.
business.
No, listen.
I own a business.
You're
won't let me
talking.
promote it on
You're
the channel.
talking
No,
about
I'm
Can
something.
you show me where it changed in the Torah?
You don't understand.
No, just hear the
Joseph,
question. I'm gonna be
Ephraim.
quiet.
I'm answering you.
Okay, good.
Can you let me finish? Joseph, Ephraim, and Menashe. It's way before the Torah was given to the Jews. It's before the Judaism started officially. So what are you asking me for something that happened 100 years
Give me
earlier
a proof after.
to something that happened after the Torah? From the minute the Torah was given to the Jews, it's very clear who's your mother, that's who you are, because you cannot prove otherwise.
So I'm gonna ask you where.
Let's
in the
move
Torah-
on.
No.
I didn't
Just
come for
answer
this.
He
the-
wants to
Can
move
I
on.
give him-
Okay,
Otherwise,
I
he's
just
threatening
want-
to leave.
I'm
I just want
sorry,
for the record. He can move on,
Can
but
I
for
give
the
you an example?
record,
Okay, so
you
let
do
me-
But now you're
not
talking to the
have
real
a
Jew.
verse in the
Okay,
Torah.
I'll give you a proof right
Yeah.
now. Let me see.
Yeah.
You know the situation where the guy cursed God, the blasphemer? You know
in
that story?
Leviticus.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What it,
You talk about.
it says his father was
Israelite-
Egyptian
Uh-huh.
and his mother was an Israelite, and yet he gets the punishment of a Jew for blaspheming God. That's your proof.
That
okay?
is not the proof.
Yeah, it is the
Okay,
A
hold on,
man
hold on.
dying
Hold
for
on.
blaspheming God does it not.
But why does it
not
call?
mean
Why does it
anything.
emphasize his father is an Egyptian and his mother is a Jew,
I said,
and he was with the Jewish people
it
residing
doesn't
with
say
them in the
that he
desert?
was a Jew though.
Yeah,
No, it
it
doesn't.
says he gets the
It was a
punishment.
part of the
And then-
Jewish
It said
nation.
the Israelitish woman. It doesn't
Yes.
say he was an
I-
Yeah,
Israelite.
his mother was
Yeah.
Jewish. That's
So
your
he
proof.
can be an Israelite
Shotgun.
and have a
It was-
child
it was-
with a non-Israelite. That's not the
It
question.
was
Why would
punished.
We
you
are
get the-
Israelites.
It was
Why-
punished as a Jew.
Yeah, it says
that-
it.
Anybody that's living amongst Israel would have been punished
Why
that
would
way.
he? Why would he
No.
live amongst them if he
No.
wasn't Jewish?
No, if you
Because
live,
that was the
no,
son of the mother.
No, the Gentiles that live.
It doesn't even say that the father was
Listen,
there.
the
It just says his son
the
was there.
Gentiles that
Her
live
son,
in
rather.
Israel can desecrate the Sabbath. It's not. It wasn't given to the
That's
Gentiles.
cap. That's cap. No, they can't. If you're living in Israel, you have to go by the
In
rules
their
of
house,
Israel.
they can do
No,
whatever
and
they
the
want,
rules
as
of
long
you
as they're
can't.
not idol
No, you can't.
worshippers.
No, you can't. No, you
Where
can't.
does it say, Gentile?
All right, enough.
Okay, we'll move on to the next topic. This one's kind of more so for me. I'm just a little scared about something you said online. Let me go to the clip.
Let me make sure.
You could do links and notes. I didn't know that.
You didn't know? Just like all these links?
Yeah.
Down syndrome, autistic, and any other problem, it's a punishment as results of the previous life. Sometimes
Hey, I resemble that remark.
previous life, all we used to do is speak Lashon Hara, gossip, puts down people, make damages to people, write about them in a newspaper.
So, am I going to come back as like the biggest the world has ever seen, or how is it going to work?
You're ready.
No, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a much bigger punishment
Then just a
to come back as an autistic child.
oh, shit.
If you only righteous people
What's
come
your
back,
guess to my punishment?
only righteous people that kept all the Torah laws, but they spoke gossip and damaged people's character.
Okay, that makes sense.
They will have the merit to come to this world measure for measure with speech and hearing problems because they committed sins with their mouth and their
so
ear.
righteous Jews
And
will come back as
And once they finish the X amount of years over here,
really good. You should try it.
they'll go to heaven.
It's a free
You
one, I
understand? Once they finish their correction here for 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it was, they go to heaven. You, however, don't keep any of the laws of the Torah.
Not even one.
For you, there is a special place in hell, which you will get there, faster than you can imagine. You think you
I'll
clown,
fly at the
making
speed
a
of
joke.
light.
You can,
Will he
jo-
be with
you can
pedophiles
joke,
down there?
you can joke all you
Hold on one
want.
second.
You
said
can
there's two
joke all
different
you want, but the truth is the
Are
same
there two
truth.
different hells as well for Jews and Goyim?
Yes, we discussed that.
And the worst hell is which one? For the Jews?
Depend.
If you
What about for me? What will my punishment be? If you can guess.
Depend how
Making
much
this
of a
shit up.
criminal you
Probably
are.
not real.
Some Jews,
Am I a big criminal?
I give you an example. Some Jews, they are liberal, they are communists, they are anti-God, they are pro-abortion, they are pro-homosexuality, they are very...
I'm not pro homosexuality.
No,
Tel
secular,
Aviv
not
is
just secular.
pro-homosexuality.
We're talking secular, lefty, liberals, anti-God, anti-morality. Those are the people that are the most wicked people in the world. However, the most righteous people in the world also come from the Jewish people. Every person has a free will. You can be righteous like Moses, or you can be wicked like Pharaoh. It's up to you 100% if to be righteous or wicked, regardless if you're a Jew or Gentile.
So I'm the most wicked, basically.
Absolutely.
So what type of punishment will I get? Is it eternal or
How
what?
many times I have to repeat it?
But you won't specify what the punishment
Boiling
is.
in hot for eternity.
If you can guess from what God has told.
God will show you very soon. He will show you.
But I
very
want to know. I want to have a guess at
You will
least. I
know-
don't want to be
You
surprised.
will know very soon. Have a little patience. You will know very
Throwing out
soon.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said I think you should boil in hot for eternity.
Do you agree with that?
There is such thing.
Yeah, well, I know that.
there is a such thing.
guys, hell is
Be
not.
careful
it's
not to
a
have any
physical-
cuts
Guys,
when you
hell
go
is not
in
a
there.
physical place. It's just meant.
Do you want me to? Do you
Definitely
want?
put on some band-aids.
Do you want me
The
to?
Jewish guy would say there's a place to.
Do you
boil
want
in
me?
hot
Do you
coffee.
want me to
A
explain?
Jewish guy would say that.
Do you want me? Do you want me to explain to you what's the next world? Right? It's going to take me 3 hours. Or
No,
you
thank
just
you.
Watch my film, Life After Death. Watch it, and then you get all your.
You should
answers.
read my book, Death of Cool, and see
sounds
my
like a
movie, How to Be
self-promo,
a
to
Man,
be
and go
honest.
to
You
my
guys-
website.
He uses the money to sell more books or more tickets or whatever, give them out for free.
It's nothing
Yeah,
to
gives
do.
them for free.
It's nothing to do.
I've heard of this scam before with you.
Listen,
We learned it from
he
you.
gives all his books
Yes.
for free. He gives
Yeah.
tens of thousands of them for free. Listen,
How's that
it's
possible?
nothing to do with promo. You ask a question. I'm not going to sit now 3 hours and explain to you what heaven means, what hell means, how the soul being judged, all these things. I have a whole 3 hour session. You get the answers over there.
But technically,
I'm making it very easy
And
for
I-
you. If you're a searcher of the truth, click Rabbi Mizrahi, Life After Death, and watch the film. And that's it. You get your answer. Torah and science, the debate with Christianity. Watch it. You get your answers. Let's move on.
But technically, I could write, let's say, in my bio, wherever, social media or whatever, and I wouldn't be lying to say that one of the top rabbis says I'm one of the most wicked people in the world.
Absolutely. Why should I hide from saying the truth?
No.
That's the truth of the Torah.
But do you know how
I'm
long
not-
I've been looking to hear that? You have vindicated me after years of searching.
I want to remind you, I'm not speaking here today with my personal opinions. You see, Gavin,
You're speaking with your
he makes his
interpretation.
personal opinions about certain things.
Your opinion
I
it
am
leaks.
not saying my
It's a
personal opinions at
tympanic
all.
membrane.
I'm not
Your
saying-
personality leaks into all of this.
I'm
It's an
not-
Take
interpretation.
off your glasses, you look kind of Asian.
I'm not.
Yes.
Why don't you go around wearing stuff like that if you're not a real Jew?
Buy me one. I'll maybe wear it. After the Romans destroyed the second temple, they sold Jews to Egypt with boats, and the Torah said that the price of a slave was less than the meal of a horse, meaning $5 today. There was no buyers because there were so many slaves.
No, when it says no man shall buy you, that's talking about redeeming you, meaning you wouldn't get out of that.
No,
torment.
they sold them
Because
in
the word Egypt,
when you take
it's not talking about the literal Egypt, because Egypt just means bondage. That's what makes
not
the
necessarily.
original name of those people. What Matazar, Mitzrayim,
No,
right?
but Mitzrayim,
Was that the original
Mitzrayim means
Mitzrayim?
Egypt. Mitzrayim means Egypt.
Or and means bondage.
Funny how we were
Right.
all slaves, blacks, Jews, and Irish, and I was the one who freed everyone.
You didn't free shit.
By the way, in the Torah,
You're welcome.
a Torah,
You're
in the
welcome.
Torah-
You're welcome.
In the Torah, it says.
God
In
free
the
us.
Torah, it says already.
What has two thumbs and free
nine-
slaves?
900
This guy.
years before the Torah was given,
You're welcome.
Noah,
Thank you.
Noah cursed his son Ham, the third son, which was wicked, and he had his fourth son, which was the grandson of Noah.
Canaan.
He cursed Canaan, and he cursed him that his children will be slaves.
Not that he said no.
And
not true.
Ham means
It
Africa.
says it would be
Ham means hot. Places.
Ham is Africa.
Ham.
But
Africa is
Canaan
Africa.
is only one son, and this is the white
Right,
supremacist. This is why we say y'all the same people,
Right.
because he's talking white. This is a white supremacist talking point.
No.
Shouldn't that be
What I
an honor
mean,
for
hear what I
you?
mean. Just hear what I'm saying.
I
When
want
I
to make
say-
something clear. I have nothing against black people. I don't want you to
That statement right there is a white
misunderstanding.
supremacist talking point,
No.
because when they enslaved black people, they used the curse of Ham. When it was
Curse
not
is
the
on
curse
you.
of Ham,
But it's written
it was
in the
cursed.
Torah.
It wasn't Ham. It
But-
was Canaan.
But the black
It was-
people came
listen to
out
what
of
I'm saying.
Ham. That's it. They
No,
didn't come out of
that's not-
Yefet, and
that's
they
not
didn't
true.
come out of Sem.
That's not true.
Sem
We
is
come from
the father
Israelites.
of the Jews.
Come from Shem. We come from Shem.
From
We don't come
Shem.
from Ham.
Yeah.
We don't come from Ham.
All right. But again,
Listen, the Arabs come.
you
When y'all
come-
take that Shemitic
you-
term,
you know
y'all are bastards for stealing it.
you know how,
Because the Arabs are Shemitic, the
Yeah.
Chinese and Japanese are Shemitic,
Oh,
and we are Shemitic.
you know what?
But y'all take ownership of that.
Yeah. Let me ask you
Like
a
what
question.
type of
When
what type
someone
of,
hates Arab,
yeah.
did they call him
what type of
anti-Semite? When someone
what-
hates an Arab, did you ever hear
That's
someone
one of my
naming
favorite
them
jokes.
anti-Semite?
I always say,
When someone
I'm an anti-Semite. I hate Arabs.
When someone hates the
That's
black
because y'all
people,
stole it.
do you hear anyone who say anti-Semite?
That's
only
because y'all
when,
stole it.
only when they hate the Jews.
Y'all stole it
they
in the
are called-
1800s. Y'all coined the phrase and stole it as the Ashkenazis, which is weird when the
We're not
Ashkenazis
Ashkenazi, we're
says that
Sephardi, but okay.
when I said when the Ashkenazis stole it, which is weird because Ashkenaz technically is Japhet, but then they say they Jews.
Not the
Bro, you
Jews.
don't-
The Jews were
Yeah.
scattered
Bro.
around all
No,
the
you're not
nations.
getting this too. No.
The Jews.
You can't
They're
dress. I
not
know you
called
want to be like me. This
Ashkenazi.
how y'all impersonate. I'll let you get
The
the
Jews
ring.
Look, I'm
That's
trying to
it.
become one of those black Jews, man.
You know the
I
one.
like that
One
right?
of the
Yeah.
punishments of
Yeah.
the Jews by
Uh-huh.
God is I will scatter you.
I
among
agree.
the
That's
nations.
us.
Among the nations.
That's us.
So that's why you have
So I'm gonna
Ashkenazi
ask you a
Jews.
question.
Ashkenaz means
Where's the
Europe.
tribe of Reuben?
Europe.
Where's the tribe of Reuben?
Nobody knows.
Where's Levi?
Nobody. And
Where's
Levi we
Simeon?
know.
Where's
Levi we
Simeon?
know. We have
Where's
Levi.
Simeon? Where's Gad? Where's Naphtali?
And lost
Where's
tribes.
Issachar?
We only know today who is Cohen or Levi. Comes from
How do
the
you know
tribe of
that?
Levi.
How do you know that?
Because it's father to son. They have the last name.
No,
Levi,
no,
Levi,
no.
Levi,
That's just
Levi.
some shit you made up, though.
What?
You just said it. That's why y'all banned DNA testing out there, which I don't agree with it.
DNA
But
doesn't
the reason
prove
why
anything.
y'all banned DNA
DNA
testing
doesn't prove if you're
because
Jewish
y'all
or
wouldn't
not.
have no connection to the Levant
In
region.
the meantime,
And
the
you
one
know it.
that still
Yes, it
identity
is.
is you, not us.
It says we come from that.
We-
No.
And
Of
there's
course, 'cause
DNA
you-
tests for all Kohanim that they did
No,
back
no,
to somebody
no,
3,200 years
No,
ago.
you're not testing it
Yeah,
against
they've
real
done the
life
Cohen
data.
gene, and
No.
they've all Kohanim
You're
have
not
the
testing
same.
it against.
But again, I don't.
Let's move
Well,
on.
look, because there's a discussion.
He's a
happening.
crybaby,
All right,
man.
let's
Whenever it gets too hot, he's
Okay, he wants to move on.
This for over an hour.
He wants to move on to a serious topic.
Let's hear us.
Which Smash Brothers character do you mean?
Which one?
Smash Brothers character do you mean?
What do you mean? Explain.
Which character do you usually choose? Which one do you have the most hours in that you're the best at playing with?
I love righteous people.
Righteous people?
Yeah. Regardless.
I don't think that's a character.
Listen.
He's the most
Whether,
righteous character.
all right. Listen, whether they are Jewish or Gentiles, I admire
So not
righteous
like
people.
Bowser?
No, listen.
He's not righteous.
To be righteous mean you
Yeah,
Bowser's
he
a
would
bad
choose
guy.
Bowser. He
Yeah,
would
that's
choose
what he's saying.
Bowser.
He doesn't like Bowser. He likes Link.
You ask a question, but
He
you
would
don't let
choose
me
Bowser.
answer.
Okay.
So let me answer. To be righteous mean not to have ego, not to have jealousy, not to be a thief, not to be pro-terror, not to be idol
I just don't
worshiper.
want to be
Stolen.
fried.
You understand? To be righteous, whether you're Jewish or not Jewish, is to be a decent human being. It's a part of Judaism. Half of the Torah speak about fixing your character traits. So when I see a non-Jew that is honest and is generous and is a devoted person and all of that, then
not
I
bitch.
admire him. And if I
Oh, I
see
did not.
a Jew
you
that
did.
is
Now you're
like
gonna
that,
make me-
All right. Oh, I see you rocking. You know what I'm saying? I see a few people rocking and rolling. On sign of Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Atam Bashem Yahshua to the sisters. I'm priest and officer of Paratazah. And I like to say to the water to priest and officer of 1,000 strong. Let me hold down the law class. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of University Practical Knowledge. Start off with 1 West, 120th Street, New York, and community in Yahweh. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with Negro and indigenous descent. They are God's chosen people according to the Bible. Let's clap it up for the most, you know what I'm saying, for Yahweh. And then also, let's give, you know what I'm saying, let's give a clap for Yahweh Shah Mashiach for being an example to his people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Bob Kishar, what's the name of this the title of this class?
Oh God, the laws of God teach us shame.
You know what I'm saying? The law of God teach us shame. You know what I'm saying? The law of God teach us shame. Who is God? You know what I'm saying? That's God of the 12 tribes of Israel. Not everybody else is God. That's our God. The Bible is only the 12 tribes of Israel constitution. Right? You know what I mean? You just finished watching these people who took our book and say that everybody become God's people. You heard him say that?
Right.
That's what he said. Because the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians came on the scene and forced them to change their doctrine. So they what? So they could be along with the status quo, with white Jesus doctrine. They part of white Jesus doctrine. The law of God teach us shame. Right now, we're not walking around, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Our sisters is not walking around with shame. Our brothers is not walking around. You see sisters that's overweight and they bellies busting out all nasty like. Muffin top. We used to call them muffin top back in the days, preach. You know,
Right.
little muffin top right there. Remember, you know what I'm saying? Our sister had, you know what I'm saying, had a little, you know what I'm saying, little cushion. They covered themselves up. Because they had what? They had shame. But now our sister is dressing like whores. You can't tell the difference between a whore and a sister who's not a whore. Because they have on the same whore outfit. A whore know who, you know what I'm saying? A whore know they a whore. Because they dress what? Like a whore.
Right.
They show off all their stuff. They have no shame. No shame at all. So when our daughters became a whore, when our nieces is dressing in front of their uncle like a whore and showing off their what they call their camel toe. In front of their uncle. And they get upset because their uncle told them to put on some goddamn clothes. If their uncle was walking around, you know what I'm saying, walking around their niece with boxing briefs, and their niece see the imprint of their uncle private parts, and their uncle got on, you know, don't even have on the tank top, don't have no shirt on, just boxing briefs. Would there be an issue? And if their nieces or nephew don't say anything, it's a goddamn problem. You notice that, priest?
That's right.
If they don't say anything, it's a problem because they normalize that their uncle could walk around them with boxer briefs on, the bulge, and nobody says anything.
Right.
Nobody say, yo, put on some clothes, please, sir. Mom, put on some clothes. Auntie, put on some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Uncle, put on some clothes, please. You make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
We think it's a shame for us to speak up. Why you feel comfortable that walking around with panties on? In front of your uncle, in front of your cousin, in front of your brother, in front of your sister. You got on goddamn panties. But meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? If your father walk around with some goddamn boxing briefs in front of you, would there be an issue? Then meanwhile, you're looking at your father's bulge. You're looking at his imprinted rod in his boxing briefs. And you're not saying a goddamn thing about it. Because we became perverted. We became what? No shame. We became no shame. Baba Kishon. Let me get give me Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. I mean chapter let me get Psalms chapter 31, verse 1.
Come on.
Wow, I appreciate that. Let's see, you know what I mean? Let's see what the Bible says right here. Because we have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to see ourselves in this position. Because I see plenty of sisters. When it became normalized that our sisters walk around with their belly out? It doesn't matter what size is the sister, it's all busting out. Right? That's supposed to be for your husband.
Right.
And I see men walking around with them and they're not saying anything. Are they scared? Are they ashamed to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put yourself up. And guess what? Guess what's going on also, priest? These shorts. Why is a lot of brothers is walking around with shorts, you know what I'm saying, above their knees? Where did that come from? Where'd that come from? And the shorts is tight at the same time. And they have sandals on.
So.
When it became cool that you could ride a bike with sandals? Where does this come about? Whose system is this? This is white Jesus' system. Baba Gishar, read that.
Come on. Psalm chapter 31, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness.
So it says right here, Psalms. To the chief musician, a song of David. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Do I put my trust in what? In the Most High God. I'm a musician. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Deliver me in your righteousness. What is righteousness right here? Because we have to learn, because we learn righteousness from what? Shameless people. Not according to the Bible, not according with the Most High God, not according to the priest and prophet of, you know what I'm saying, of the Israelites. Bob Shaw. Let's get Psalms. I think it's 119. My ever righteousness, and thy law is thy truth. My righteousness, and my law is thy truth. 119. Yeah, I know it's in Psalms 119. My ever righteousness is ever in thy law is thy truth. Oh, matter of fact, go up to 6. Read 6.
Oh, God. Psalms chapter 119, verse 6.
Start from 4. Matter of fact, start from 3, Baba Shaw.
Verse 3. 119, verse.
Matter of fact, start from 1. Start from 1. Slide.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord.
Go on.
Verse 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart.
You know what I mean? That seek the Most High with their whole heart. Blesses the undefiled. That, you know what I mean? Who walk in the laws of the Lord. You know who the undefiled is? The brothers and sisters who strung out on drugs, who know that I want to get off of drugs. They believe in God. They want, you know what I mean? They want their power to take them off the drugs. They believe in the Most High, and they fighting every goddamn day. They fighting every day to get off the drugs, and they need help. That's what the Most High God came for. You know that, right, priest?
That's right.
That's what he came for. The what? The sad and the desolate.
That's right.
The Republicans. That's what he came for. Go ahead.
Take care of the sick.
Take care of the sick. They are sick, and they don't want to be sick no more. And they fighting. And the Most High God know that they fighting. But they know me. But they trying. They trying to get off the drugs. They're trying not to do the things that, you know what I mean, that's bad. They're trying to do that, but they get caught up in the system of what? Wickedness. Same thing, right? That's what happened to Paul.
That's right.
Right? Paul thought he was doing God's work. Right? Paul thought he was doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? The brothers and sisters who was talking about Christ, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. What did he do? He ended up in the coat for the people who unalive who? Stephen. He thought he was doing God's work, praise. That's what this scripture is talking about. We don't. Bless him, read verse 2.
Verse 2. Bless keep his testimony.
Bless what?
Bless the day that keep his testimony.
Bless the day that keep his testimonies. What is his testimonies? The law of God. That's his testimony. That's what he acknowledging to who? To the Israelites. Read on.
And that seek him with the whole heart.
Say that again.
And that seek him with the whole heart.
You know what I mean? The brothers and sisters that seek the Most High God with their mind. With their mind. The whole mind. Because heart means mind in the scriptures. How you can seek the Most High God with your mind? You follow his commandments.
Right.
His testimony. Read on.
Verse 3. They also do no iniquity.
Say that again.
They also do no iniquity.
Verse 3. They also do no iniquity, which means they also, when they follow, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God testimony, they don't break his laws. They don't break what he said. Because we know what he said was true to the Israelites. The Most High God. And the title of the class is what? What is the title of the class?
So God, the laws of God teach us shame.
The laws of God teach us shame. The laws of God teach us shame. It says right here, they also do no iniquity. The laws of God teach us shame because we feel shame if we did do iniquity. The laws of God teach us how to be shamed. How to be shamed. The laws of America teach you how to be not shamed. You can walk around, you know what I'm saying? You can walk around a 10-year-old butt naked and not be shamed. Literally, that that's what they did in the LGBTQ community. You know that, right? During the parade, you had men and women walk around babies to let you know that they're comfortable to walk around little children naked with no shame. With no shame at all. Because, and this I always say, what moral compass come out of the gay pride parade? Do the gay pride parade teach you not to walk around your niece and nephew naked? Do the gay parade teach you how to be not a whore? Do the gay parade teach you not to be a goddamn whoremonger? Never. There's no moral compass, priest.
Right.
And this is the testimony if you walk in it, you know what I mean? If you walk in the testimony of the Most High God, his laws, and you will not do iniquity, you will not break God's laws. Read on.
Oh God.
No, read verse 3.
Verse 3. They also do no iniquity.
Go on.
They walk in his way.
They what?
They walk in his way.
Say that again.
They walk in his way.
Well, matter of fact, walk is an action word. Baba Shaw, hold that. Go to Second John chapter 1 verse 6.
John 6.
Yeah. Let's go to 2 John chapter 1 verse 6. No, we're gonna keep Psalms, because we're gonna go back to that. But I want to go to the New Testament. So that's the reason why that you have the tabs up all those scriptures up there.
2 John chapter 1 verse 6.
There we go. Go on.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Say that again.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Who is the his? Who is the his in this scripture right here? Who is the his? Whose commandments? For this is love, that we walk after his commandments. Who is the his? In 1 John. That's the Most High God power that was talking in Psalms. That you walk after what? His testimony. His testimony. Read on.
Come on, God. This is the commandment we have heard from the beginning. He should walk in it.
This is the commandment that we heard from the commandment. We heard that back in Psalms. You know that, priest, right?
Right.
The testimony. Let's go back to Psalms. Let's go back to Psalms. And remember of the title. Matter of fact, read the title of the class again, so we can remind our brothers and sisters.
The laws of God teach us shame.
The laws of God teach us shame. And once we feel shame, we will follow the Most High God commandments, laws, statutes, and commandments. Read on. Read verse 3 again, and then drop down to 4.
Verse 3. They also do no iniquity.
Go on.
They walk in his ways.
They walk in God's ways. God's ways is follow my commandments. Follow my statutes. Follow what I said to you. Follow my testimony. Read on.
Verse 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently.
Say that again.
Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently.
Thou hast commanded us. Moses, the Most High God, has commanded us. Who is us? Israelites. To keep his precept diligently. The precept that I just pulled in 2 John chapter 1, verse 6, right? That's what we have to do. We're talking about the commandments of God, where I'm building you up how to follow the commandments of God and what the commandments of God is. So it said in verse 4, for thou have commanded us to keep his precepts diligently. His precepts is the laws of God. Read on.
Okay, verse 5. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes.
Say that again.
Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes.
You understand? Oh, that my ways were directed to keep my statutes. You want to read one of his statutes? Let's read one of his statutes. Let's go on Leviticus. Just had it. Oh, let's go to Leviticus. As a matter of fact, yeah, that's what I said before. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26.
Let's read running those statutes. Read on.
Ye shall not eat anything with blood.
Say that again.
Ye shall not eat anything with blood.
No. Let me get a rare steak. Let me get a rare steak. Just blow on it heavy. You know what I mean? Just sear it on two sides and give it to me. The Most High God said you have to eat a what? Well done steak. If you're a good cook, it will still be juicy, like the lamb in the Passover. You know the lamb in the Passover is well done, right, priest?
Right.
But ain't it still juicy?
That's right.
Ain't it still juicy? It's still juicy, right? But you know what I'm saying? But white Jesus doctrine say, no, eat a rare steak. They call that juice, not blood. Meanwhile, you see all pink.
Right.
But they say, oh, that's not blood. So what the hell is it? What the hell is it then? You ever heard preach? You ever heard of blood sausages?
Come.
That's our brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our brothers in UK. This is a European thing. They have blood sausages that, you know what I'm saying? They put all meats together and the blood will be what? The marinade. It's marinated in the blood. They call it blood sausages. The Most High God said, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, we're not allowed to eat like that. That's the reason why we eat what? Things well done.
Right.
Even we eating abominable things, even though we eating pig, swine. We kick it, we cook it fully. So we can eat, so we cook out all the parasites. Chitlins. You try to say, you know what I mean? You try, Baba Kishore, what is chitlins? You know what chitlins is? What is chitlins?
That's the intestines of a pig.
That's the intestines of a pig. Intestines. Well, all the parasites and everything go through this intestines. Am I right?
That's right.
So if you don't cook it fully, the parasite's gonna what? Live.
Right.
And guess what? And this is what I learned when I was learning about herbs and stuff like that, like natural herbs. Cloves. You heard of cloves, right? Cloves. Remember our family used to put those little cloves, little seeds inside the pigs during the Thanksgiving. They put those clove seeds inside the pig, inside the inside not the pig, what they call it, inside they didn't call it pig, they inside the ham. The ham, the glazed ham. You have the glazed ham and you have them little dots. That was cloves. That was cloves. And you get a certain taste. You know what the natural properties of a clove, of a herb clove. You know what I mean? Of where I'm looking for. Like, you know, they're not herbs, herbs, but their properties is antibacterial, anti-fungus, and anti-parasitical. It's an parasitical. Parasites. It's an anti-parasites, antibacterial, anti-fungus. Cloves. All that. Why they put it in the pig? Why they put it in the what? And why they put it in the ham? To kill the parasites. That taste. That's why you see those little black dots. That's the cloves right there. It killed parasites. It killed parasites. That's to let you know that we're not allowed to eat this stuff. Right. And our people knew about what? Our people knew about what? Medical. The Bible will teach about what? Medical. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. When somebody's sick, put them over there. Go ahead, please.
What you're saying is so heavy. I say our people, that's our culture. To be clean. You understand? I just had the word on my tip of my mouth.
Quarantine.
Yeah. To quarantine. To keep clean. You know what I'm saying? To be separated from unclean meats and clean meats.
Yeah. And what the priest is dropping is so heavy, so hard body one was, because that's what the Most High God taught us to be.
That's right.
Remember, we are a what? A Kodash people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? In sound language, you know what I'm saying? In sound language, we are what? A different or a separate people, a holy people.
Right.
That's who we are. I'm practicing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm practicing, you know what I'm saying, my sound language. Because you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I have to speak, you know what I'm saying, to my people that cannot hear. That's death. And they gotta be, you know what I mean? And they gotta be real. There's a lot of our people out there that cannot speak or hear. And we teaching the truth of the Bible, and they don't know nothing about that. They know a white Jesus doctrine. That's hardcore, priest.
Right.
And the sound, you know what I mean? In the sign language community, they teach in LGBTQ, They teaching God loves everybody. They teaching God is right. They teaching, you know what I mean? They teaching all this stuff. ISUPK got to destroy all that stuff right there.
That's right.
For our brothers and sisters who cannot understand of what we're talking about. They can't, it's not like they can't understand. They cannot hear it because the propaganda is what? White Jesus doctrine. And this right here, that God did away with the laws. They say that there's multiple gender. When I'm doing my research on, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning about the deaf community, right here, the deaf community. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning about the deaf community. And they teach, you know what I'm saying? They teach you know what I'm saying? L G T Q community. No. You know what I mean? Finger spell. You know what I mean? Finger spell. We got N O. You know what I'm saying? R A L. They teach us like that is normal. And I, you know what I'm saying? And IS, you know what I'm saying? UPK, going to teach, you know what I'm saying? Going to teach the truth. That, you know what I mean? That, you know what I'm saying? That they, are, you know what I'm saying, are liars.
Right.
That's why, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm practicing. What you doing, priest?
Well, God. Neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe time.
Say that again.
Neither shall ye use enchantment or observe time.
How many times that you saw our sisters half naked talking about reading tarot cards on TikTok, on Facebook? Hold up. You say you could not cover your breasts up and read cards? You couldn't cover yourself up? You got all tattoos all over your face? You got all these, you know what I mean? All these earrings all over your face? No shame. There's no shame in Donald Trump country. There's no shame in what? In Abraham Lincoln's country. There's no shame at all. There's no shame in the Jewish man country.
Right.
Because if it was shame in the Jewish man country, there would not be no Pride Parade in Tel Aviv.
That's right.
Because the people on top will understand that. You hear what I'm saying, Breeze?
Oh, God.
You could drop that right there. So this is what we teach our people according to the Bible.
Right.
The laws. Baba Gashar, let's go to, matter of fact, let's go to Leviticus. Let's go back to Leviticus chapter 19, 19 verse 20 and read that. Oh, matter of fact, let's go to the StreamYard. I think I see some people. Let me get a shout out. Who is this right here? Go all the way up and go up And read the people on Baba Bashar if possible.
This is
Oh man.
this is we got Daniel Ty Rojas, and we got Francisco Don Leon.
All right.
That's it. Those two.
All right. What he saying? You have a question?
And Matthew Library.
You have a question someplace? You see, you have a question. No, that's silence. You have a question? You did go, brother. I was watching this on YouTube. Okay. I don't know what that means with the whistling. He doesn't know what smash. I don't understand that.
It was referring to the video of this.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Is Jesus Christ whosoever except Jesus Christ is their Messiah, is the true Israelite. What do you mean, Daniel Ty Roas? Jesus Christ, King, whosoever accept Jesus as their Messiah is Israel, is the true Israel. Explain to me, what do you mean about that question? Because it sounds like that anybody who believe, like if a Chinese believe in Jesus Christ, he could become an Israelite and part of the 12 tribes of Israel. So let me know if that's what you coming across. That's what you're saying. Who's Francisco? Read that.
Said you need a hug from the white man.
You know, the white man gave us a hug plenty of times. That's the reason why we love him so much. The thing is that we gotta stop getting hugs from our oppressor, you know what I'm saying? And get hugs from each other. That's what we have to learn how to love, you know what I'm saying, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because the white man had taken away your right to vote. The white man is the one who said that you cannot vote. The white man is the one who said you cannot, you know what I'm saying, you cannot sit on the front of a bus. That's the white man. The white man said you cannot walk down this neighborhood. That was the white man. The white man is the one who said, you know what I'm saying, that we have to get these laws so we could be, you know what I'm saying, so we can have, you know what I'm saying, so we have laws like the white man. We have to get the white man positioned to hug him. What else we got here? Because sometimes, you know what I mean, the people who in the chat, they actually they say certain statements, but they leave. They leave. Pray, please. On Leviticus. Yeah, start from the one that you said you were going to start from. I think we're going to start from Leviticus 19, and I think you said.
Oh no, we started from 26.
All right, yeah, start from 26.
You want to do that over?
Yeah, let's do that over.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 19, sir.
No, go down, show down, get the other one. So I can, yeah. Go over one more time. One more time, yeah, that one right there. But
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26.
Share it, just share it. Share it, go over to the top and share it. There you go. Right?
God. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with blood.
Go on.
Neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe time.
So, you know what I'm saying? We're not allowed, you know what I'm saying, to eat those blood sausages like the European does. We got to make sure that the blood is drained out of the lamb or, you know what I'm saying, of clean animals according to the Bible. Salakia, according to the Bible, neither shall ye use enchantment, tarot cards. We're not allowed to use that to exert time. They're talking about, the reason why, the reason why you acting this way, because you are Sagittarius. You're not allowed to do that. Read on.
Verse 27. Ye shall not round corners, ye shall not round the corners of your head.
So it's telling you right here that ye shall not round the corners of your heads, which means that we're not allowed to get shape up. So every week when when the barber take a razor and shape that line, we're not allowed to do that because other nations do that. The Most High God, if you have, if you have a natural hairline, it's all good. Do not let them cut into that natural hairline. Do not let them cut into that natural beard. And that's what we're going to go into right now. We don't.
Neither shalt thou bar the corners of thy beard.
You see a lot of brothers make the pork chops. Remember the old school pork chops? Yeah. I did it. You know what I mean? I made the pork chops, but we're not allowed to cut. You know what I'm saying? You see that little fuzz that's on our cheek? We could cut that little fuzz because it's not going to the normal what? The normal line of our beard. We're allowed to cut that. Even underneath the chin. We trim off what? The little hairs that's on our neck. But we don't cut into our beard. We don't do that. Our slave master, white Jesus, taught us to do that. Donald Trump taught us to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton taught us to do that. The Most High God said we're not allowed to do so. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, we learned that from Egypt. The Egyptians was doing that.
The Egyptian was doing that. The Kemites was doing that. You know who was also doing that? The Ethiopians was doing that. That's Ethiopian culture right there.
Right.
That's to let you know that the Ethiopians not Israelites. Because if the Ethiopians was Israelites, the Israelites that's in Ethiopia would never cut their beard the way the Ethiopians cut their beards. You see what I'm getting at now? Read on.
Go on, card. Verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
Say that again.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
You see these Africans that make all these slices,
right?
And then, you know what I mean? That's their tradition. The Ethiopians did that. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptians did that. The Most High God said we're not allowed to do that at all. We're not allowed to follow behind these heathen nations. You know who also said to do that? You know what I'm saying? White Jesus doctrine. White Jesus doctrine say you could get a tattoo because what? The laws is done away with. You could do anything what you want to do, long as it don't hurt me. That's white Jesus. That is America's standard.
Right.
Long as it don't hurt me, you could do anything you want to do. So if a man want to be more feminine than his mother, he can do it. Not according to our law. Not according to, you know what I'm saying? Not according to Yahweh Shah Mashiach. You know.
No, come. Nor print any marks upon you.
Oh, say that again?
Nor print any marks upon you.
No, I'm gonna get two teardrops on my cheek. Say that again?
Nor print any marks upon you.
No, I'm gonna get a tattoo all over my face. Say that again, priest?
Nor print any marks upon you.
No, I'm gonna get a sleeve of a tattoo on my arm. Say that again?
Nor print any marks upon you.
No, I want to be like the white man. I want to be like the white man sailor. You know what I'm saying? I want to have tattoos on me. Who is you to tell me I cannot get a tattoo? But the white man tell you can get a tattoo and you follow him. But when God told you not to get a tattoo, we're going to follow the white man over God.
What?
So the white man said you could get a tattoo on your goddamn face. The white man say you get that tattoo on your neck. The white man say you can tattoo any place you want. The tramp stamp. You can get a tattoo there. You get a print there. Because the white man don't have a moral compass. America do not have a moral compass. How many people got unalive on the 4th of July? What morality come out of 4th of July? Yo, 4th of July, do not teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians not to unalive your brothers and sisters. Not to unalive the white man. It don't teach you no morality. It just teach you do what you want to do. It don't teach you don't make a whore out of your daughter. The 4th of July don't teach you that.
Right.
I want our brothers and sisters to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? If they go to camp. The 4th of July, do not teach your daughter to not be a whore. The 4th of July, don't teach your son to not be a whoremonger. The 4th of July to tell you, you know what I'm saying, to be selfish and be vain and shoot firecrackers and blow up your goddamn hands.
Right.
Even though you was a slave in 1776. You know.
Okay. So like you. I am the Lord.
I am, say that again?
I am the Lord.
Say that once again.
I am the Lord.
The Most High God told us this. The Most High God told us, you know what I'm saying, don't make no cuttings in our flesh for the dead. The Most High God told us, don't print anything on our skin. That's the Lord right there. That's our power.
Right.
That's not, you know what I mean? That's not our oppressor. That's not our oppressor. You know.
Okay, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Say that again?
Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Our daughters walk around right now on 124th Street and 125th Street like a goddamn whore. I can't tell her the difference between a goddamn prostitute and a righteous woman because my daughter's wearing a whole outfit. While I'm looking at my daughter's stomach, while I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, my mother's stomach, while I'm looking at a woman who's walking around with panties on, calling this shorts. Calling this shorts, priest. We prostitute our daughters. Go ahead, priest.
But you bring it on so heavy, man, you know, because the white man is the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. He's the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? When he put drugs in our people, he's under the Reagan administration, you understand? Our brothers and sisters, we got hooked on those drugs, man. And a lot of our sisters who had daughters, they would sell their daughters just to get high.
Right.
Just to get high, man. You know what I'm saying? Prostitute their daughters. Salakia.
Oh no.
Oh, Salakia.
Go ahead.
And also, I just want to speak about the OnlyFans check. Like sisters, man, sisters, if you listening up there and you're not part of the ISUPK and you got an OnlyFans, you understand? Don't trick yourself. You may not be having physical sex, but you're still prostituting. Why? Because you're selling sex. You understand? You might be showing off your feet. You know what I'm saying? You might think showing off your feet because, you know, it's this big thing with this feet fetish. You know what I'm saying? You go on TikTok and Instagram, all these girls got their feet up all in the camera. You know what I'm saying? You're selling yourself. You're selling a part of yourself.
That's right.
You understand? You are your breast, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Show your body, your nakedness. Your nakedness. That's the biblical word. You're still prostituting yourself.
That's right.
A lot of people just want to.
All right, almost done. Great. Let me just fix this right here. There you go. Okay.
Oh man, yeah.
Go ahead, preach.
Deeper than this.
Yeah, go on, preach.
You have a lot of people. Do not prostitute thy daughter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the nation of Israel, you understand? your daughter is your sister.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Your female cousin is your sister. Your neighbor is your sister. So I'm gonna go deep. These older sisters that's in the rap industry, the love and hip hops and all of these entertainers, these sisters have OnlyFans. You understand? And with that, guess what? You have a lot of younger sisters that's looking up to these older sisters. Now, these younger sisters is looking up to these older sisters, and guess what? They're gonna want to do the same thing, man. So we gotta start treating each other like, you know what? You're my son. You're my daughter. You understand? Because whatever you do, they're gonna look up to you. And if you're doing the wrong thing, then guess what? They're gonna follow the same footsteps.
Oh no, you dropping it so hard, Body One West, because that's the way it is right now. The influence of and this is what I tell people. They always talk about, yo, why everybody cannot come together? Why everybody cannot do this? And I tell them, it's not about everybody. It's always going to be a selective few that control the masses. So if somebody, you know what I mean? You got to realize it's not all white men. You know what I mean? The thing is that is one white man control, you know what I mean? Is a white man controlling one black guy. I got influence over that black guy who have influence over millions. That's what it is. So 50 Cent's got what? Influence over millions. So if 50 Cent, he's a one black guy, but if a white man controls him, what bidding he gonna do? He gonna do the bidding of that white man. Now everybody says, I could pimp out my daughter. I could prostitute my daughter. Snoop Doggy Dogg. He influenced millions, but he's only one man. But it's only one man who control who? Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg want the money. So he gonna do what his master says. The same way that who? What is that? He's goofy too. He marrying Mariah Carey. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got controls over millions. You understand? He's goofy. He's a goofy dude. He's goofy. But I don't knock him for his goofiness. I knock him for what? His unloyalty. His unloyalty. It was Professor Griff who taught Nick Cannon about the Jewish man. Why didn't he say, yo, go after Professor Griff? Because he knew he was weak. He was weak. And what happened? He acted like he did not know Professor Griff. Because he wanted his shows. He loved his shows more than he loved his people. He loved his shows more than he loved the truth. Right. He loved money more than he loved his people. That's why he was going to be goofy to us. That's the reason why Precinct Captain Tazaya could walk around these celebrities and just be the same old, same OG. That's the reason why the priest and the prophet of ISUPK could walk around anybody and just still be the same OG. Ain't no fronting. You know where we stand. I don't know where you stand. You're not in this, you know what I'm saying? You're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not in the school. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you know what I'm saying? Check it out, priest. You're not in the class. You're not in the class. I don't see you. I see I see a priest and officer show. Oh. He's in the class. He understands. He's strong in the truth. You know what I'm saying? In God's book. You know what they do in sign language, priest? Oh man, I gotta tell you about white Jesus doctrine. Oh, it's so creme de la creme. You know what they call the Bible? I don't know if I told you. You know, when I looked up what is the sound language word for a Bible? Guess what they do, priest? Guess what they do? Guess how they talk about how you say Bible and sound language. This is propaganda. This is the creme de la creme propaganda. They go like this. This is the word for Jesus, and this is the word for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? The holes in the hand. That's Jesus. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? We say, oh, Yahawashah. You see what I'm speaking in Hebrew. Yahawashah, which means Jesus. Bible is this. Jesus book. Jesus book. I'm like, how is this possible? And you know how I end up, you know what I mean? And I know that I got to do this. I got to say God's book. Because this is the word for God in sign language, and this is the word for book. God's book. They say Jesus book. Jesus book translated in sound language is Bible. You see, you repeat out the propaganda? That is creme de la creme propaganda. And guess who's teaching that? White people. White people teaching, you know what I'm saying? Teaching us, teaching deaf people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Sound language for teaching deaf people that Jesus is God. Jesus is the Bible. Period. Jesus is the Bible. That's what they teach. They teach Jesus is the Bible. We got to cut that. And they teach, and you know, if you don't know, this is you know what I'm saying? The community is so vast and big. It's a lot of brothers and sisters who's deaf. A lot of brothers and sisters who's deaf. Who cannot, we don't even realize how big the community is. But our white Jesus doctrine is a vast thing. They believe that Jesus is God. They believe in the LGBTQ community. Same way they believe in Jesus. This is crazy. Yo, trust me, man. I did my research and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Anything goes. There's nobody out there that says, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being LGBTQ is bad. Nobody's saying that in the deaf community. No one. But I know it's somebody saying that. You understand what I'm saying? There's somebody got to be out there saying, "Now I don't get down like that. That's death." This got to be wrong. You see what I'm saying? But the propaganda is so fast. They calling the Bible the Jesus. You know what I'm saying? In sign language, literally say Jesus book. But it's translated you know what I mean, as the Bible. But if you do it literally, it says Jesus' book. It don't say God, because this is the word for God. This is the word for Jesus. But the word for the Bible is this, and this. We have to cut that. We have to cut that right now. Read on, please.
God. Chapter 29.
Mm-hmm.
Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Say that again.
Do not prostitute thy daughter.
We're a little louder, Baba Shaw.
Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Do not prostitute your daughter. Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. No prostitution of our daughters. Do not let your daughter walk outside half naked. We're not allowed to do that. Read on.
To cause her to be a whore.
Say that again.
To cause her to be a whore.
Say that once again.
To cause her to be a whore.
My daughter's not a whore. So why is she dressing like a whore? You're a whore. You're a whore because why? Because you don't have no shame. Because you would never walk out the house like that if you wasn't a whore. Unless you have that what? If you wear and you know this, if you wear a Christmas shirt, you're in the spirit of what?
Christmas.
You're in the spirit because why? You have a Christmas outfit on. So people know, oh, he's in the Christmas spirit. So if you're wearing a whore outfit, you're in a what spirit?
Spirit of whoredom.
You're in the spirit of whoredom. That's, you see how easy that is? Say right there. That's how easy it is. Okay. All right. Okay. I see my brothers in here. You know what I'm saying? I see Shalom, Yabashim Yabsharakada. You know what I mean? To Hawan, Yahawada. And I see Elvis. Elvis is in the house. What's going on, brother? What's going on? You know what I mean? What's going on? That's my Dominican brother right there. You know what I'm saying? I know he moved to Florida with his family. Hey, what's going on, Al? You know what I mean? What's going on, Al? Thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? So watching the Facebook page. Now I also see see a brother. You know what I'm saying? Parazawan, Yahawada, for watching. And if you have any questions, let me know what's up. Baba Kashar, the water. So it said, like, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore. We have to understand in the captivity of our oppressor that our daughters is walking around with like whores, but we don't say anything about it. You see what our daughters got on when they go to the pool. You see what our sons got on when they go to the pool. We have to be taught by the priest and the prophet of ISUPK the things to wear, the things to not wear. Because white Jesus doctrine taught us for our daughters to wear nothing. And that's the reason why our daughters walk around with whore spirits. Even though they're not doing the action as a whore, they're wearing a whore outfit and they in the spirit of a whore. That's the reason why they feel comfortable walking around their fathers with a camel toe out. And the mother's not saying anything, and the father's not saying anything. Read on.
Okay. Lest the land fall to a whore.
Lest I will read start from less.
Lest the land fall to water.
Go on.
And the land become full of wickedness.
You know what I'm saying? Lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. And we see it in 2026. we see the land right now. Our daughters what? Walk around like whores. Am I correct? And we see it right now. The land what? Became what? For wickedness and whoredom. Am I right? We go outside and see it all day, every day. Your daughter's walking around with her belly out. Your daughter have these skimpy clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Our sons is looking at our daughters, you know what I mean? Oh, let me F that. Let me F her and throw her away. Because she's a whore. She don't have no substance. That's normal to us. It's normal for a sister walk around half naked in front of her brother. It's normal. That's how perverted that we became. How perverted. No shame. Where is the shame at? It's a shame. You know what I'm saying? They would shame us because we would tell our sisters to put on clothes. They would shame us for that. They would shame us for that. Now, Elvis, they would shame you for if you tell your daughter to put on clothes, you would get shamed for that, Elvis. You would get shamed for that. Even your wife will shame you for that. Even the sisters in DR will shame you and say, if you tell them sisters from DR, yo, put on some clothes. Don't show your breasts like that. Why? Your husband is supposed to only see your breasts, not me. Not me. Your husband only supposed to see your cleavage, not me. But that's what it says in Leviticus. But Elvis, I'm going to let you know. Is this done away with? This is the Old Testament. If this scripture is done away with, you can type your question in. If Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29, is that done away with? Because the Christian church tells us that the laws is done away with. Now it's Christ's laws. See how disgusting that is? But meanwhile, it wasn't on New Testament. It was what? The Tanakh, the Torah, right? Matter of fact, Baba Gashar, go to Christ's words. Go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Scroll into Christ's words. That he read the Torah. He read the Tanakh. And we're going to read his words. Because everybody say, yeah, but. You ever notice that? That yeah, but? yeah, but. Read that, Baba Gashar.
Okay. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that come to destroy the law.
So he told, so the Christians, well, so why do Christians think that he come to destroy the law? Because he's telling the Christians, because he must have knew something that somebody's gonna come along and say the laws is done away with. You can eat pork now. You can eat shrimp, crabs, and lobster now. I came in my own philosophy. I came underneath my own understanding. That's what the Pope teach. That Christ came in, right? He telling you, think not that I come to destroy the law, all the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. You know what they'll say? He fulfilled the what? The law. So do that mean the law stops? Or he was the example so you could understand what the law, you know what I mean, what the law is and how you could follow it. Even though he ain't come to fulfill the law, he came to fulfill the prophecy of him. That's what he did. Read on.
For the prophet.
Hold on.
I destroy, but to fulfill.
So I guess Moses is done away with. Ezekiel is done away with. Isaiah is done away with. Jeremiah is done away with. Oh, weird. Leviticus is done away with. Because, because Moses, you know what I mean, and the scribe wrote Leviticus, am I right? So I guess they done away with. Say, did not I come to destroy the law or the prophets? I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, read on.
Okay. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass.
Until what?
Heaven and earth pass.
Say that once again.
Till heaven and earth pass.
Until heaven and earth pass. Heaven and earth pass. Right? People is reading the Bible on earth. I think because I'm reading the Bible. Why are we reading the Bible right now on earth, priest? Why are we looking up into the stars and we see the firecrackers shooting, you know what I'm saying, shooting into the stars in heaven? Until heaven and earth pass, read on. You say that again? You know what I'm saying? One little thing, one little jot, one little cross the T, one little tittle, you know what I mean? One little to dot the I, the little thing. You know that little thing when you cross your T? You know that little jot when you put the dot on the period? The little thing. It says it right here. For really, you know what really mean? For truly. And this is what? This is in red. So this is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. This is our king talk. That's in red. It says, for truly I said unto you. Who is the you in this scripture? Don't say anything. Who is the you in this scripture right here? When I say unto you, who is the you? I want people on Facebook. I want people on YouTube. Who is the you in the scripture? When I say unto you, who's the you? Go to StreamYard, Papa Gashaw. Let me see who's anybody in there. Oh, it's two people in. And Daniel was in there, right? If Daniel was in there, yo, Daniel, who's the you in this scripture right here? Papa Gashaw, go to the scripture and just blow it up and make it big so people could read it. Go all the way to the top. Yeah, go all the way to the top and do the plus. There you go. All the way to the line. All right, that's the you just click that. Yeah, no, yeah, okay. You just click on. Oh, you want to go there? Go what? I'm waiting for you, man. You heard my feelings right now. So who is the you in this scripture? In verse 18, in Matthew chapter 5, verse 18. For really I say unto you, who is the you? Who is the I and who is the you? I see people on Facebook is watching. Hawan, Yahawada is watching. Elvis is watching. Para, Salakia. Paraza1 is watching. Who is the you and who is the I in this scripture? I see two people on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. Who is the I? Who is the I and who is you? So, priest, you know what I'm saying? We have to break this down step by step. You understand where I'm coming from? Because the Christian church is not going to teach you this because it's a church. That's why ISUPK is what? A school, a class. A school, a class. You know what I'm saying? We learn. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh man, come on, man. Come on. In 2026, everybody is afraid to type in a question. Why you didn't tell me? Tell me I'm reading notes and everything. Let me know what's up. What's up? Let me know what's up. What did he say, Baba Bashar? No, I know that, but that's not the answer to my question. I said in verse 18, for who is the I and who is, you know what I'm saying, who is you? Who is the I and who is you? In verse 18, who is the I and who is you? Who is the I and who is you? For really I say unto you, who's the I and who is the you? Facebook, let me know what's up. Don't be scared now. Don't be running. This is God's words. This is the Bible that we're talking about. It's time to gird up our loins and speak the truth of God. To speak the truth of our Messiah, our King. In verse 18, who is the I and who is the you? Put in the sign out sheet, Baba Kishore. I don't know if you already did it. Oh, Most High in Christ. For time's sake, the person who is speaking is our King. Is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. He is the I. And the you is who? The Israelites. That's who he's talking to. Read one.
Till all be fulfilled.
Till all be, it says right here, for really I said unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall not in no wise pass from the law. What law is this? One jot or one, you know what I'm saying? One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. What law is this? Where is this law at? What law is Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the court of Jesus Christ? What is this law right here? Where's this law? Where's the law that he's talking about? On Facebook? I need Facebook to participate. I need YouTube to participate. What is this law right here? What law is Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the court of Jesus Christ? What are you talking about? What is this law right here? Is this Jesus Christ's law? This is Moses' law? Whose law is this? Which one it is? Is it Jesus Christ's law or is Moses' law? Is Jesus Christ's law or is God's law? Whose law is this? One jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the Lord to all be fulfilled. What law is this? Go ahead, please.
It's talking about God's law in its entirety.
It's talking about God's law in all its entirety. And the priest is right. It's God's laws right there. That's what Jesus Christ is talking about, God's laws. God's laws are always going to be there. Always. Because what? Jesus Christ came what? The volume of the book. And it's written. Read on. Verse 19.
Till all be fulfilled.
Go on.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Eating pork. Say that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Say that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Sleeping with a woman on her menstrual cycle. Say that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Yeah. Coming to the school unclean. Unclean, which means that brothers and sisters end up copulating or having sexual relations and coming to the school. You are unclean. They don't know that law. You know they don't know that law, right? You know the Christians don't know that law. So that means that if the Christians don't know that law, that means they're going to where? They're going to church on Sunday after when they're doing some, you know what I mean? Some doing some relationships with each other and going to church. Go ahead, priest.
Pastor Mary, she's on her period. Teaching the Bible.
Teaching the Bible. Teaching the goddamn Bible. But that law is done away with because the Pope loves to make love on a woman who's on her menstrual cycle. See, it's not unclean to the Pope. You know that, right, priest? It's not unclean to Donald Trump. It's never unclean to them. It's all good to them. But it's unclean to who? God's chosen people. One of these, you know what I'm saying? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, read on.
It shall teach men so.
Read on.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So Donald Trump and your Christian church want us to be called least in the kingdom of God. Because you teach us to break the least of the commandment. That's what happened. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. Somebody told us to break all the commandments and the least of the commandments, so we don't be called. You know what I mean? So we became the least in the kingdom of heaven. That's what happened in God's heaven. Read on.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So now this is backwards. Who changed God's laws into a lie? Who changed God's laws into a lie? So now the brothers and sisters in the ISUPK teach our people how to follow the Lord's statute commandments. People who say they hate us. If you teach the commandments of God, you will be called least in the commandments, least in the kingdom of God. You see how backwards that is, priest? That is so backwards. This is what they said to us, priest.
Right.
That's what they say. I'm not going to go out like that, priest. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out like that with these pastors telling us to say it. Guess what? Our prophet, because remember, Yahweh Shah said, he's not here to destroy the prophets,
Right.
nor the law. Let's hear what one of these prophets said about us. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Let's hear one of our prophets talking about the leaders of God's chosen people. Because you know what I mean? Because Yahweh Shah Mashiach, Jesus Christ, did not destroy Jeremiah. He didn't destroy Jeremiah. He didn't destroy what Jeremiah said. Go ahead, please.
Oh God, Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of thy pasture, saith the Lord.
No, so he's saying destruction. Be unto what? The pastors. You know what I'm saying? The leaders, the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, the TD Jakes, the Creflo Dollars, the Eddie Longs, the, you know what I'm saying? The Snoop Doggy Dogs, you know what I mean? The Michael Jordans, you know what I mean? The Steve Harveys, the what is the comedian name? The Eddie Murphys. They became our pastors. That's what happened. They became our pastors. The comedians, these entertainers. But they don't want ISUPK to become their pastors. They don't want the priests of God to become their pastors. Because you know why? Because it cannot be a whoremonger anymore. They can't satisfy their lust anymore. They get checked on the wrongdoings that they're doing, according to the Lord. They think their money make them our equal priest. You know that's so hilarious. Steve Harvey, 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson is not my equal. They're not my equal. They're not our equal priest. They think their money make them like they're like a voice. Right. To whom? To whoremongers? I'm going to believe in you? A goddamn junkie? Mike Tyson is a goddamn junkie now. He's a, you know what I mean? He's a man who violated women and went to jail for violating women, and he's a goddamn junkie. Smoke weed all day. Don't know what's going on. That's who he is. He don't want no fight. The fight is gone. He's not a soldier no more. He just loved the white man and he don't want no conflict. He don't have no what? No, he don't have no honor. I'm going to get you. He don't have no honor or no morality. Go ahead, Prince.
Yeah, all those characters you said about Mike Tyson, he went to jail and got a jailhouse relation. Muslim.
Oh yeah. And what did I stop him from being a goddamn drug addict? Exactly. So it didn't mean anything. Because he don't mean anything. He only means something what? In the nation of whores. He means something in the nation of what? Hypocrisy. He means something great in the nation of what? Built on blood. That's how he get his name. That's how he got his name. You think he gonna get in all black and wash these goddamn toilets? I got you. You think what's the that we talking about? Nick Cannon? You think he gonna get in all black and wash these goddamn toilets so he could be a great father? No, he ain't gonna do that. Same way that Boys the Men didn't do it. Because they think their money make them our equal. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Bobby Bashar. Read the title of the class.
Oh God. The Lord of God teach us shame.
The laws of God teach us shame. And I'm going to do a part 2 to this because we got to go into shame because there's no more shame in Israel. There's no more shame in the Black, Hispanics, and the American Indian community. There's no shame. And the priest and the prophet of ISUPK are going to teach our community about shame. With that, I'm priest and officer Paratazar, you know what I'm saying? Out of ISUPK, the Israelite School of University Practical Knowledge, started up with 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Harlem. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The law of God teach us shame. And that's what we have. We have to have more shame. And I'm going with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer 1000 Shahal.
Osai Christ, clap it up for the class. ISUPK security announcements. We are Harlem, New York. Group of new brother and sister, with new brother or to come to the school. They are all religious or class. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It said in the Hebrew, by 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. If you will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like upcoming holy convocations, which will be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which will be held in the month of September. Any ISUPK functions, be sure to look on the back of your bulletin board or go to isupk.com, which is our website. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, his headband, and stuff, and with that, I'll knock him, which means his name. So we're gonna get one courtesy salute. Yo, Bible Shabbat. I'm out. All right. Yeah, how about Shimon Shara? No. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. And Israel, Bible Shabbat. I'm out. All right.
Yeah, how is Shemar? Come by Shimon Shara.